Yes guys, welcome back to another squad builder. Today we're going to be showing you a 300,000 coin squad builder. It is overpowered as usual, using some of the best players, the best meta players in the game, with some new freeze players and also some record breakers, rule breakers, different types of special cards basically. But before we get into the video, if you want to buy cheap Ultimate Team coins, safe and reliable, make sure you go and check out igvault.com and use my discount code EGHD at the checkout to get 6% off your order. So before we get into the squad building, guys, if you can drop a like on the video, make sure you're subscribed, because most of you, about 90% of you, aren't even subscribed, so make sure you click that button. We have got here our first freeze play that I've used on FIFA 21. So we have Golovin, and this is obviously a position change. 88 pace, 81 defending, 82 physical, 80 passing, and 84 dribbling. His shooting doesn't really matter, but he's got 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. The only thing I don't like about this card is the fact that he has high attacking work rates. If he had medium with high defensive, that would have been okay, but high is not ideal. But this is a very decently priced card. You're looking at about 30,000 coins on Xbox and PlayStation. Amazing stats, high sprint speed, not acceleration, but the acceleration is 85. It's still good enough. Defensive awareness, standing tackle, interceptions, those are the key stats. Heading accuracy isn't so important. He is 5'11" and he does have 80 jumping, so he's not going to be weak on corners. He's not going to be amazing, but he's not going to be like, you know, that small left back or right back, so he's not going to be a problem there. 96 stamina, 71 strength is not great, but it still works. But obviously the right back position isn't exactly glamorous, but the reason why I like this card is because it strong links to some very meta players in Ligue 1, and that player is going to be Cesc Fabregas. I never used his flashback from last year. It was 88 rated and it has pretty similar stats, so his defending is good enough that if you put an anchor or a shadow or something to boost his defensive stats, he can play as a really good CM or even CDM depending on how you play and what formations you use. So when it comes to his pace, he's mostly in acceleration. His balance is very good, and he's got okay strength. Nothing too spectacular on the physical side. His stamina is okay. You might want to sub him off if you're using him in weekend league, but I really like this card. Well, it looks fun to use. Obviously an Arsenal supporter as well, so that means I'm going to enjoy this card a lot more. Even if it isn't like the most meta card in this position, it looks like a very fun card. The good thing about these record breakers is you can discard them for literally how much you pay. So I paid 77,000 coins. I'm pretty sure you get about 69,000 coins. So buying one of these cards, you can't lose more than 10,000 coins if you're paying 77, or well, you can't lose more than 7,000 or 8,000 coins. So they are really safe investments, and you can also obviously play some get some good quality teams out of them. Now for the right wing position, we're going to go for Gelson or Gelson. I still don't know. Is it Gelson or Gelson Martins? But this guy is super meta. 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot. Every time I use him, he just blitzes it. I love him. High work rates, although to be honest, it doesn't really put me off him. He's just amazing. Obviously pretty much not discard, but as cheap as you can get him really. 80 rated, great for doing the managerial masterpiece challenges. 94 acceleration, 94 sprint speed, very good stamina, not very good strength or aggression, but his agility and balance is so high that you're probably going to be far away from the defenders by the time you even, you know, get close to you. So amazing player. We've used him before. Now for the striker position, we are also going to go for another player from the same team. So far we have 4 players from the same team. I promise you it's not a Monaco squad builder, but this is how we get our chemistries. This is how we're getting our strong links. So obviously Ben Yedder is very meta, not as meta as last year. Also you have his inform card. If you want to spend more coins and make this more of like a 500k squad builder, you can go and get his inform card if you think it makes a difference, or some of you may have the red version of Ben Yedder. Now for the centre mid position to go alongside Fabregas, we are going to go for a Benjamin Andre. I've actually traded with this guy quite a few times this year because he's actually quite rare. You know, there's not many players, not many Benjamin Andres on the market. So for an 83 rated, his price fluctuates quite a lot, and obviously strong links to Renato Sanchez, his inform and his UEL card, but that card is just way too expensive to put into this squad builder. But this guy is fantastic, man. Lots of strength. Not lots of strength. He's got 95 stamina, 81 strength, 88 aggression and 94 jumping, so his physical stats are really high. Defensively is solid. Again, for me, I feel like his work rates kind of ruin him. High work rates, it means that if you leave him on stay back, he's still going to run forwards, even if you leave him on stay back. So ideally, it would be nice to have medium attacking, high defensive if you want him to stay back, because so far, well, Cesc Fabregas has medium attacking work rates and low defensive, and I want him to be getting forward a little bit more than Andre because he has better all-round attacking stats, really. Now, for my defense, guys, we're going to go for a very meta defense. We're going to go with Golovin in goal, obviously, because this particular team gets amazing strong links this year. We're going to go for a Konate, only 82 rated, and our other centre-back is only going to be 80 rated, Klosterman. We've used these two before in a squad builder. You could actually use Eder Militao with Diego Carlos. It would be a little bit cheaper, so it really depends on if you want to try out or use those players instead of these. I just figured I'd go for the Bundesliga players since I've used the Brazilians from La Liga quite a lot this year. Obviously, if you want to go for a goalkeeper, you'd go for Courtois and put Eder Militao here, and then you'd get enough chemistry on everybody. But yeah, Konate, amazing player for his rating. 40,000 coins is well justified. Upamecano is basically the same player, but it costs a lot more. So I'd definitely go for Konate. And Klosterman, without doubt, is one of the most overpowered players in this game. For 80 rated, 84 pace, 82 defending, just a fantastic card. Obviously, he has a road to the final card as well, which is super expensive, 400,000 or 500,000 coins for that. So definitely can't afford him in this squad builder. For the left back position, we are going to go for a player from La Liga, and it is a player that we have used many times before. That player is going to be Mendy. Of course, had him untradeable 300 games, and that is not even including all of the friendlies games that I've played. So this is probably my most used player in the whole of FIFA 21. And obviously, with that, giving away what we're going to go for next, we're going to go for two more La Liga players. Can you guess who it is? We're going to go for, in the left mid or left wing position, we're going to go for Hazard. Really like trying to get this player in as many teams as I can, because for value, it is just exceptional. And then in the centre mid position, we're going to go for Ousmane Dembele. So he is the only player not on maximum chemistry. As you can see, with a manager, we have 100 chemistry there. So Ousmane Dembele is currently on 6. I don't have first owner because I've bought the blue version, just because my gold version that I've had in my club for a long time, it does have first owner, but I don't want to position change. It just costs every time I do a position change. So I thought I'd buy one fresh and then just sell it again. But overall, guys, this team is going to cost you 300,000 coins, a little bit cheaper on Xbox, about 280,000 coins, about 310,000 on PlayStation. I imagine some of you might have these players untradeable, so that will bring down the cost quite a bit. What I like about this squad is it involves quite a few different special cards, and for 300,000 coins to pick players that are actually good and meta, good enough for Weekend League, it's quite hard, because a special card usually has a big premium just because of the graphics. So obviously the Andre, amazing for about 40 to 60,000 coins depending on your platform. Cesc Fabregas just above this card price. Then we have obviously Golovin, and his stats look fantastic. Definitely worth it, even if he wasn't, even if he was just a gold card, I'd say that those kinds of stats are pretty good. And then Konate as well, which I would say is expensive, but it makes sense based on how he plays in game for an 82. As I said at the start of the video, guys, if you enjoy these squad builders, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe before you leave. We're going to go to some games now, but I want to show you my custom tactics to show you exactly where I play these players. So I'm going to have Ben Yedder as the striker, Hazard as the cam, Dembele on the left, Gelson Martins on the right, Andre and Cesc Fabregas. Now stay back on Andre and just balanced on Cesc Fabregas. Same goes for 4-4-2. So obviously we have Ben Yedder and Hazard as my strikers. Then 3-4-1-2, we're going to have Mendy getting to left mid. Then we're going to have Fabregas and Andre still in the middle there with Ben Yedder, Hazard striker. And so yeah, that is how I play my teams. We're going to go in some division rivals gameplay. So right now my skill rating is just below 2,100s, 5 points below. So we're still going to get matched up against some very decent players. In fact, I need to play some more Foot Champions games. You know what? I could play this game in Foot Champions. So what we're going to come up against, we have got a Jota. We have got, well, he's got a Gerrard. So I'm guessing that's from a base icon, untradeable. We've got Tellez. To be fair, for a Foot Champion squad, that is not bad. Like, to get matched up against him. Oh, that's got to be a pen. I was trying to find his weak foot, trying to find some space, but drawing the pen. All right, who's got some good penalties? Or I've got Fabregas, 95 pens, easy. Pretty sure Bruno Fernandes has 95 pens. Either that or 97. There you go. Easy. Oh, see that? Do you see what it just did to me? I had Klosterman picked, didn't click a button, and it auto-selected me to Mendy, and then it stopped Klosterman running. Love it. Love it. Lovely play. Look at that pass. Yes, Cesc. Even with medium attacking work rates, look at that position he found. 4-4-2 now, which means that he's pushed further up, but still, that was great. Oh, the player switching's messed me up again, and I've... Yes, come on. Another sweaty goal. I know, I hold my hands up, but no way I'm shooting there with Ben Yedder. Fabregas top. Yes, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Oh, that movement. Let's try and chip him. I could sweat it. We've chipped him. There you go, 5-2. So there we go. Got Cesc Fabregas, 3 goals and only 4 shot attempts. So obviously I was very picky trying to force it through Fabregas, but I wanted to test him, see how he was. So there we go, guys. That is my 300k overpowered team. Really enjoy this team, actually. Obviously, you've got 2 5-star skillers here, Ousmane Dembele and Gelson Martins. And then we have Ben Yedder 5-star weak foot and a super affordable, cheap 88 rated Hazard with all the stats that you need. 92 dribbling, 83 passing. He hasn't really got a weakness apart from maybe his height and strength, but it's still pretty decent because he's got high balance. It makes his strength feel better because of his center of gravity. Defensively, it is definitely where this team struggles the most. Konate and Klosterman would have been great, you know, a couple of months or even a month ago, but now this is definitely the weakest part of this squad. But when you're building a team with 300,000 coins, you've got to sacrifice somewhere, and I feel like, you know, it's probably better to have a stronger attack and midfield than it is a defense, just especially if you're an attacking player. So really enjoyed Golovin as well. I feel like for a right back, fits the meta perfectly. Decent amount of pace. He doesn't need loads of strength, and he's got all the defensive capabilities there with the high standing tackle and defensive awareness. In fact, for 81 defending, his actual defensive stats are more like 85. So very decent player indeed. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.